Ozo and Nengi share bed for the first time in Head of House Lounge. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. To all returning subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you. And if you're just joining me for the very first time, thank you so much. Please, if you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, and guess what guys, we're about to have a ride of a lifetime. Like you all just saw, it was the first time that Ozo and Nengi were going to share a bed in the house, either in the Big Brother house itself or in the Head of House Lounge. And of course, it was the first time for them together as Head of House and Deputy Head of House, and they had to share a bed together. And of course, Nengi didn't want anything to happen between the both of them. So she created a wall with two pillows in between both of them, making sure that Ozo wasn't trying to play funny. And I don't think it was anything about Ozo trying to play funny. I just think she was just trying to play safe. Of course, I think Ozo is somebody who respects himself, so he wouldn't want to cross boundaries to Nengi. But of course, it was what Nengi was feeling. She didn't want Ozo to come close to her. Or maybe she wasn't even trusting of herself, looking at the fact that she could probably give in to Ozo if Ozo made a move. Whatever it was, that was how their first night played out. Now, let me bring to your attention the fact that Nengi has not been kissed in that house. She's not shared a bed with anybody in that house except for the fact that she's sharing the bed with Ozo for the very first time. And she's trying to play her game very clean. I think she's one of those girls that we actually thought was going to be everywhere, looking at the fact that she was with Prince at some point. She wanted to be with Kidwaya. And at the end of the day, she's now with Ozo as friends. But in the last 5 weeks, she's played her games very well. And of course, we're going to see how this week is going to play out, because this is just the first night in bed with Ozo. And we have 6 more days or 7 more days to go. So let's see how that plays out. Now, still on the Head of House Lounge, Kidwaya and Tolanibaj left that lounge in a mess.
You see cups of things there, see this stuff on the floor. You don't put your head in. Anything you want, I'll bring for you. Anything you want, I'll bring for you.
For mine, there's a cleaner. And we shot the fridge and cleaned upstairs.
We cleaned it ourselves.
Oh, sorry, man, I apologize.
Jesus Christ.
Hey.
And this is what
So I come into my Head of House and I have to start cleaning.
One of the things I personally hate is the dirty house, and I do not understand how both of you would have a lounge that you met clean, because this is how it works. I knew that Kidwaya was deputy to Erika, so maybe Kidwaya worked on the room before Tolanibaj came in and all of that. But let's go back to when Erika was Head of House and Kidwaya was deputy. They met the room in a very clean state, because it was Ozo who just finished his term as the Head of House and handed over the room to Kidwaya and Erika, and the room was very clean. Now Nengi and Ozo came back to the Head of House lounge to take charge as Head of House and Deputy Head of House, and they met the room in a mess. And they had to call Kidwaya and say, how fun, you guys left the room in a mess. And he said, oh, I didn't know, was I supposed to clean it? And they were like, yes, because we actually cleaned it whenever we were in the lounge and we needed to hand over to somebody else.
It doesn't end there. Come. You're not finished going on.
Hey, Jesus.
Because Dora and I cleaned before we left.
We are cleaning before
I know.
the next Head of House.
You need to come and see the toilet.
Hi, God, I want to see you.
No, it's not that bad, but just to see how Thank you. And I don't know.
So this is it for me. Personally, for me, I think being a clean person will come off naturally from you. You do not necessarily have to think that there's a cleaner who's going to come clean a particular place before you even try to put things in order. Now, guys, I think Wathoni is on the wrong show, because she should have gone for ultimate love. This whole love and triangle and all of that is getting annoying. And yesterday during her diary session, she was literally telling Big Brother that she's going to mark her territory against Dorathy, because her friends have told her to mark her territory. Tolanibaj and the likes have told her to mark her territory, and she doesn't want to get to a fight, and that's what she's going to do.
I want it to happen with me and Dorathy, even if we are not friends per se. I would rather have issues with the guy than have issues with her. So she slept on his bed that night, and although I was mad, kind of, because the night was cold, although I was kind of pissed that I actually gingered her to go to his bed. And again, V and Tolanibaj have asked me to mark my territory, so I'm going to do just that, so that there will be no triangle.
So I think Wathoni has lost focus of the fact that there's 85 million naira at stake. I do not understand how these guys are playing the games. I understand the fact that we're in an enclosed apartment with 20 people. Of course, emotions will start to, rise and all of that. But at the end of the day, you still need to understand why you came for that show. She's all about putting the man on her head, and I do not really understand. So everything she talks about now, 85% of the time, is about either BrightO or Kidwaya, or she not being in a triangle this time around, or she been in a triangle with Kidwaya and somebody else, and right now she doesn't want a triangle between herself and Dorathy. And the honest truth is this: Dorathy is not even looking your way. She doesn't even want to drag BrightO with you. She just wants to do what she wants to do and leave BrightO for you. It's like she having some chicken and leaving the leftovers for you. Next on the diary session, Tolanibaj was telling Big Brother that she chose V because she knew V wasn't going to go home. Are we stupid?
So I voted for V and praise. The reason why I voted V was because I just knew that she wasn't going anywhere. Honestly, I feel like I was being strategic on my part. All 4 people that were up are people that I rock with heavy, and when it came to narrowing down to the top 2 that I had to choose, I had to just apply sense.
You know one thing I really do not like? When people try to talk to you as if your head is not correct. So they ask you to choose 2 people that you want to get voted out. And the next thing, you're not telling us that you chose somebody because you knew she wasn't going to go home. What if she went home? I am not angry at the fact that she chose V or anything. I'm angry at the fact that you are lying that you chose somebody because you thought the person wasn't going to go home. That is an answer that doesn't come off as sensible to me. If she had come to tell us that she thought that V was going to be a competition, it's a very fantastic one. So listen, it is a show, and what we're supposed to do is to check out the people who we feel are our strongest competitors. And that's what you're supposed to do. So don't come here telling us that V, you knew that V wasn't going to go home, that's why you chose her. Just tell us that V was a competition for you and you needed to check her out. Now I'm going to move on to Kidwaya. I literally think that Kidwaya herself is going to give Big Brother, the one that is talking, a connect. Because the guy just comes to say that, you know what, I'm just here in the house, I like to make friends, I like to connect with people and all of that. And guess what, guys, I really just want to help the housemates and give them connections in whatever they're doing, which I think is a fantastic one.
I love networking. It's what I do on a daily basis outside. I love making connections and meeting people. So for me, and I've said this countless times to the other housemates, I've said to all of them that, guys, when I leave the house, or when we all leave the house, I'm going to help each and every one of you in your respective fields. And I'm going to use my connects to help them with whatever they want to do.
Listen, at some point in your life, you need people who are going to help advance the course of your career. And one of the things he's come to do in the house, he says, from what he's saying, he's just come to meet people, make friends, and of course to help them. I also think that he has just come to get a little bit of fame, because yes, he's got the money, his dad is a billionaire and all of that, but sometimes you need a bit of fame, you know what, to help you out, make sure that the money is making sense. Finally, on my gist for you guys, I'm going to leave you with a video of where V was leading worship in her church. She's a singer in a choir, and of course we all know she's an artist. So you guys should just enjoy this video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, and guess what, guys? You get notified whenever I post a video. Please go on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and of course on TikTok, and follow me at The Femi Daniel. And until next time I come your way very soon, it's bye for now.